All right, now this completing the square is a little bit more challenging because remember what I said. In order to complete the square, this lead coefficient has to be 1, and then you've got stuff over here, and I don't know what that, it doesn't matter what the b value is, but in order to complete the square, the lead value is 1. I recommend doing this first. First, canceling out the constant by adding 31 to both sides. Now we have 4n squared subtract 16n is equal, well, 31 plus 2 is 33. Now on both sides, we need to cancel this multiplying 4. So this is what we have now. That cancels. N squared subtract 16n divide 4 is 4n. Now I'm going to put plus blank, and I'm going to leave this just 33 over 4. I'm not going to convert that to a decimal. Now here's the c value, and remember c is half of b squared. So half of -4 is -2 squared. Well, -2 squared is 4. When I add 4 to this side, I want the denominator to be the same. So 4 is the same as 16 divide 4. And when I add that, I get 49 over 4. So now what we have is, here, let me erase this c. Erase this. So this perfect square trinomial will factor to a binomial squared. So n, use that operator. The square root of 4 is 2. And 33 fourths plus 16 fourths is 49 fourths. When we take the square root of both sides, remember we take the positive and negative roots. Well, the square root of 49 is 7. The square root of 4 is 2, so we have positive negative 7 halves. And now to cancel this subtracting 2, we add 2 to both sides. And if you want those to be the same fraction, just multiply this by 2, and instead of, you can write that as 4 halves. So n is equal to 4 halves subtract 7 halves, which is -3 halves, and n is equal to 4 halves plus 7 halves, which is positive 11 halves. And remember what that means. When you go to graph it, right there at about -1.5, that's -3 halves. And 11.5 is over at 5.5. And it looks, I didn't draw that very well necessarily, but it looks something like that. So get rid of the constants first, then divide everything by this lead coefficient, which is what we did, and then complete the square. Whatever completes the square here, you have to add to both sides, then go ahead and complete the process. All right, that's it for this one.